Hello everybody, it's me Tonic TZW and it's Saturday morning here in the UK, and while I'm doing the housework I thought I'd take a break, have a coffee, and I'd try to catch up on getting some of my videos uploaded because I've already put Kraken 89 up, which was my first tier 8 Kraken, so I thought I'd best get back through the catalogue of replayers and get Kraken 88 up. Um, I was finishing off my grind for the Kagero to get enough global XP for the tier 8 Japanese destroyer. Can't remember its name now. Um, and I was having some good games in this boat. I think I had 3 or 4 back-to-back games where I was hitting 3,000 base XP plus. I think there's a couple of 3100s, a 3300 and a 3200. And this one turned into quite a decent game for the Kraken, but it was an absolutely abysmal game for Blue Team, and I was sorely disappointed that to come away from a Kraken game with a defeat. Now I'm out on the right flank, and we have got a radar cruiser out here in the Belfast, but I'm going to play my normal role, and I'm going to try and get out and spot the red team destroyers. The Iowa was also out there, I think, and he is in division with the Summers, and I don't think I can outgun the Summers. I think we might be fairly evenly matched, but I'm gonna sort of think about putting some zone and torps out. Now I do see that there's one destroyer coming across this way with me, and he is going to infuriate me with his or her actions. So we know there's something pushing down this side of the cap because the twist and track indicator is telling us that there is a ship closer and in that direction than the ship that we can see. So these are what I call zoning torps, and sometimes you get lucky, you go fishing with your fishes and you get lucky and you clap somebody for a dev strike, but we get the Summers spotted, and I think he can see all those torpedoes coming towards him. I don't think I'm going to get a hit, but I'm backing up towards cover to get some guns on him, and then this destroyer just runs straight in front of me with a smoke screen and blocks everything. And I was like, what the hell were you thinking? So now the Summers is very, very aware that there is at least one destroyer out here. All that smoke screen is going to do is attract torpedoes, and he ends up having to pull out of a smoke screen to get that ship spotted again. So we're trying to get range on the Summers. He's gunning him, I'm gonna gun him, and I want to be away from that smoke because the fact that he turned broadside is almost a sure sign that there are torpedoes coming in this direction. But we're trying to keep him in range, we're trying to get the shots on, but they're quite floaty shells from the Kagero. They take a long time to get there, as you can see, and all he has to do is change direction a little and he's out of them. Now, knowing that Belfast is out there, and knowing that he's got very hard-hitting HE, as well as his radar and sonar, I decide that I'm going to leave this guy to do his thing. It's like having that one drunk friend at a party that they start being obnoxiously drunk, and you don't want to be near them. And so I think I don't want to be near this guy. He's already made a couple of rookie errors in his gameplay, and that could end up causing me to have a trip back to port, and I don't want to have a trip back to port. Red team have the advantage at the moment. They've taken out one of our DDs, and they've also taken out I think it's a battleship, and that Shiratsuyu there, he decides that he's going to shoot at me, and I have no idea what that is about, but it just gives me all the more reason not to want to be anywhere near him in this game, because I just feel that his gameplay will lead to the untimely death of myself and or other ships, including himself. And his play is going to get worse. I say his, I'm assuming genders here. But the Belfast is out there. I'm pinging the map with where the destroyer is. I'm trying to open up some distance because I want to stay outside of the radar range of that Belfast. We're having a look at what he's doing. We're kiting back towards the centre because I'm thinking if we draw them in, then there's a chance that the battleships that I thought had come to help us, but actually were running away from the other side of the map, because you'll see that we've lost all 3 destroyers on that side of the map, and the red team still have at least 2 destroyers out on that side of the map. So yeah, I'm thinking, here come the cavalry, but guess what? No, the cavalry aren't coming. So I plunk a smoke screen down here, thinking if these guys stop firing their guns for a while, they can get into a slightly better position and, stop firing, drop their detection, and then get some shots on to that Iowa. But that Belfast makes a bit of a mistake and sails straight into a torpedo and disappears. So that's one ship that was risk out of the way. And looking here, coming through the centre, we've got in Nelson charging straight towards us. Nelson, I'm thinking he's going to be firing punchy HE shells as well. And that's going to be confirmed in a little while. But red team are already pushing our cap, and we are 6.5 minutes into the game. We've lost pretty much half the team, and it's not looking good. It's not looking good at all. We get the Summers spotted. We're asking for fire. If anything, that other Shiratsuyu could do just as well a job in keeping him spotted. And there we go. The Nelson is indeed firing HE. But yeah, that Shiratsuyu could screen that side of the map from the Summers, keep or try to get him spotted. The battleships are more than aware he's out there, so they could put some fire on. But when I turn around and look across my shoulder, this Shiratsuyu has decided to sit behind the smoke screen, thereby unable to do anything to support the team by spotting. And it just gets worse. It literally just gets worse from here, because that Summers being unspotted is just going to have free run of that side of the map. I spot the low health Akazuki. I put a salvo off just as he turns. We're not going to make the same mistake with the second salvo, but we are becoming the focus of fire. Not only have we got the Shiratsuyu and the Scharnhorst out there, but the Nelson is also having a pop as well. And we get another destroyer spotted while we are still detected. He gets some shots on us. There's rain coming in from absolutely everywhere. But I decide not to continue to fire my guns, to drop detection and try and reposition. And here we go. The Shiratsuyu has decided that he's not going to sit in the smoke screen anymore. Now, he is a Japanese destroyer. He should have pretty solid concealment if he's playing up at tier 6 and tier 7. I decide that as the Akatsuki's focused on him at the moment, that I'm going to focus the Akatsuki. We've got zoning torps out there again, thinking that he might sail into them. If not, he's going to have to change speed or direction, and that's going to give us the opportunity, while he's focused on them, for us to get our guns onto him. And you'll notice that the Shiratsuyu is no longer in the game, because somehow he went YOLO into that Nelson and got himself completely deleted. I turned at just the wrong moment there, thinking that I'd be able to get a turn in and start going back towards that Nelson. I was wrong, and I lost a huge chunk of health there. It is 4 ships plays 2. There is still a red team destroyer, the Summers. His division buddy, the Iowa, is still out there. The Nelson is sat in our cap, and the Scharnhorst was last seen on the left side, and I think what he does is he pushes back up and then comes back through the middle. But we lose the Amagi, and we have, 5 minutes left on the clock. It's 4v1. I'm absolutely certain that there is not a solo warrior coming out of this game, but I'm just gonna play the game through to the end and do what I can do, because there's still, as I said, 4 ships out there. I'm in a Kagero. I've got very, very good concealment, and as long as that Summers doesn't bob up, I should be okay. 3,000 hit points left. Cap resets are always a good method of farming base XP for the game. Nelson has decided that he wants to back out. The Scharnhorst on the other end decides that he wants to push in, and I just get the guns out. We go for a cap reset. We get a triple cap reset. The smoke screen has given us some cover. The fact that the battleships have fired their guns means they're still spotted. And I want to kind of leave this smoke screen here as bait, because if I can draw them in, then potentially I can pick up myself another kill or 2. Red team are getting very brave here. The Nelson has decided now that he's going to push forward. The Iowa is also coming into the cap, so I have no doubt now that there are going to be, all 4 ships are going to be parked on this cap. So I'm playing the kiting game, waiting for the torpedoes to reload. I'm watching the cap turn to red and thinking you just need to give it just enough time and pick the right moment to be resetting this cap. So we get some shots off, we turn out. We know we've now got about 20 seconds. We get another 2 cap resets there. The torpedoes are running towards all 3 of those ships, although I think the Scharnhorst and the Nelson are the only 2 ships in range. And Nelson slaps me and drops me down a little bit more. And the Iowa has a go as well, but misses everything. We're turning again. We're watching the countdown for the torpedo reload, and had that Nelson kept backing out, he might not have picked up that torpedo. That gives me kill number 4. We decide to go for a cap reset again because there's still time on the clock, and I'm quite confident that I can actually pick up a 5th kill. Scharnhorst misses everything again. I cease fire and turn and drop detection. Now that Scharnhorst is chasing me, thinking he can end the game by killing me, but in doing so he sails off the cap. He gets another salvo out on me and misses those, but the Iowa chips away at me. He gets very unlucky, but drops me down to 160 hit points. 1 minute 45 on the clock. I've got torps reloaded. The Scharnhorst is running down. If I was him, I would be twisting and turning, expecting torpedoes coming in from any angle at any time. But, well, again, I often say in videos, I don't know what they were thinking. I don't know what this person was thinking either. There's a Kagero out there with a very rapid reload in his torps, and you are going to continue sailing in a straight line. They think they've got this one on the cap. They've definitely got the win without a shadow of a doubt. There's nothing I can do at this stage of the game, but we've slightly overlapped those torpedo salvos, and just as we kill the Scharnhorst and pick up our Kraken, 3 seconds later the cap turns and the game ends. So Not an amazing game by any chance. There was some absolutely awful gameplay in that one, but we do pick up a high cal and Kraken number 88. Um, Not a pretty one, but we do finish with MVP, only 640 base XP with the loss. But looking down the team list, there are ships there with 4, 5, 6. There are 3 people on our team break the 1,000. Um, but there we go. I'm going to get back to my coffee and then get back to the housework. Please do hit the like button, leave me a comment, and if it's your first time past the channel, hit that subscribe button. Check me out on live stream, and I will keep the content coming if you keep the subs coming. Take care and goodbye.